it's Steph with Stefsonabudget. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be doing our March debt update. So we're going to take a look at how we finished off the month of March as far as debt goes. I was going to kind of do I haven't been doing my Transfer Tuesdays this month. I don't know why. I'm struggling to just keep up, I guess. And so normally I would review our emergency fund as well. So we do have a goal to add $1,600 to our emergency fund, but when I went in this evening to try and look at my account for Allie, it was down or something. So I wasn't able to see anything in regards to my emergency fund, which I don't expect there to be much there because usually my monthly interest doesn't hit until the 3rd or a few days after. So I'm not sure that there would have been much there anyways, but we're just going to skip right on over to the debt. So when we left off last, we're going to look at the individual debts that we were working on, which, we were working on one specific, I make all my minimum payments, right? But then we work on one specific debt as far as extra payments go. So we're going to take a look at those, and then we'll look at all of the debts overall. And so when we started March, we were still working on our city number 2. Now, this wasn't technically a debt. It was a debt at the beginning of the year. And then at the end of January, our 0% interest was running out. And we still had about $1,700. And so I had a panic moment and said, oh no. And so I pulled the money from savings, paid it. And so I kept it as a debt because we had to get that savings paid back. So we were working on this. We had paid off our City 1 back in February. And for March, let me just take a quick peek. For March, our dates are anything from between March 7th and April 3rd. So technically we still have a couple of days left, but I'm not making any payments in the next 2 days, so I'm satisfied that this is where we're ending March. And now you might be asking, well, that's not like all of March, Stephanie. And it's just because I adjust, like I set what my months are, so I define the month versus, the month being the first through, the first day through the last day, because that just didn't work for me on the bi-weekly schedule. So this really helps me figure out, what I'm defining as the month and what got paid. So we're going to take a look at city number 2, which is this one here. And as far as payments went, so let me just maybe shift you. I'm going to take these off on the rings. Somebody asked if I could, maybe if I punched it on the other side, then I could, I wouldn't have to worry about the rings, and I could, but it would drive me crazy, I think, to have every page facing and then like nothing on this side. I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at how we did for our City 2. So on March 18th, we made a payment. Well, let's see, we started at $714.73. And on March 18th, we paid $450 towards this debt. And if I remember correctly, this was like the minimum payment plus some debt snowball. So $714.73 minus $450. And remember, we're paying back savings, so there's no interest accruing here. That then brought us down to $264.73. Oh, and I'm sorry, that was on the 8th, not the 18th. Good gracious. Let's just fix that little boo-boo. Okay. And then, whoa, as I rip down my lights here. Okay, and then on March 16th, we were at $264.73, and we came in and paid $264.73, which left us with $0 left, meaning March 16th was the official payoff of this debt. So everything has been paid back, and this one is done. So just super exciting, you guys. So by March, we are down two of our debts. Let's go ahead and color in the last of this tracker. Just roll with the terrible coloring of this one, you guys, okay? There we go. Not the prettiest one. I'm definitely not a fan of these kind of trackers. So this debt is officially done. We're gonna go ahead and just set it to the side, and we'll tuck it in the back here when we get there. So then we got to move on to the next debt that we're gonna start tackling, which is our student loan. So we had this one paid off pretty well into, or right kind of at the beginning of our March pay cycle. So we've got some updates here as well, which is really exciting. So let's take a look. We started as of, I don't remember the date. I would just say 3/7 when this month started. Our student loan balance was at $5,417.51. And my goal is to have this paid off by August 31st. So we're getting there. I have a total of 4 student loans. They're, chunked up into 4 different loans, and they range anywhere from, 3.6, 3.8 to 6 point something. So our highest one is 6%, and everything above my minimum payment I have going towards the higher interest. So I don't know if you knew that about that. If you have multiple loans in your student loans, you can go in, at least with my loan carrier, and I was able to do it with my previous, so I'm pretty sure most will allow you. You can, tell the system anything above my minimum payment put towards this loan. So I have been doing that since the beginning. And we're getting there. So let's take a look at what payments we made here. So on March 16th, we started with this amount. And so that's going to be $5,417.51. Now, you guys probably know, if you're familiar with student loans, it accrues like daily interest. So, every day something gets tacked on. But on the 16th, we came in and we made a $700 payment, you guys. And where I got this big chunk of money to throw at this was from my work bonus. So typically every March is kind of bonus season. I never bank on that because I just never know. But, in the 6 years I've been with this company, I've always gotten one, but I'm still, you kind of learn those lessons the hard way along the way. I never count on it, but it did come through. And so we put $700 towards our student loan, which I'm not going to worry about the interest right now. We'll look at the interest payment at the overall debt picture, you guys. Okay. So if we took 5,417 and 51 minus the 700, that brought us down to $4,717.51. And then of course we were, getting interest each day. So then on the 21st, we came in and made a couple of different payments. And I'm going to go ahead and break these out and hope I don't run out of room by the time we get this thing paid off. I guess I can always bring in another sheet. So we had the 4,717.51, and then we completed a mini savings challenge for $40. So then that brought us down to 4,677.51. I will update these later, I suppose. And then every time my February what do they call it? Every time my February, oh my gosh, I can't think of what they call it, statement on my city card, my Costco city card closes, I get paid out my rewards typically in March, right? So I took $94 of those credit card rewards and put it towards this debt, which brought us down to $4,583.51. Now there is some interest in here, you guys. And then we were able to, on the 21st, also make I made one payment, but I'm breaking it out so you can see where the larger amount came from. We paid another $375, which is all part of, well, $100 of this is the minimum payment for April. And then the rest of it is the debt snowball that we've built into our budget, paying off other debts. So minus $375 would bring us down to $4,208.51, not accounting for interest, you guys. So I am super excited. So in March, we completed this loan, $714, and we knocked off about $1,200 from the student loan. Really, really exciting, you guys. I've just, yay! So I know that my March ending balance is actually $12 higher than this. It's like $4,220 when I looked. So we've got about $12 in interest that we want to take account for. So let's do 5417 minus 4220. That's $1,197. So $1,197 that we paid off. So just shy of $1,200, which is awesome. So I've got a new tracker, student loan debt, no more. I just created this one for myself. And because this is for my bachelor's degree in nursing, I made my little icons, nurse hats and graduation caps. So I just rounded up to the nearest dollar. So we're gonna round up to paying off $5,418, which makes each hat $72. So if I take 5418 minus 1197, that's well, let's do 4220. No, what do I do? 1197, if I can get my thinking cap on, divided by 72, means I can color in 16 caps, which I think is 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I got 9 of those. So just shy of 2 rows actually. So I'm going to go ahead and speed you up while I color in these paid off icons. Super exciting. Let me go ahead and just close this up for a second. That way it doesn't like bleed through. And I went with blue and orange because I got my BSN, which is my bachelor's in nursing, through University of Texas, Arlington, and the school colors are blue and orange. So I'm going to do orange nurse hats and blue graduation caps. So let's color in these and see how it looks.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, guys, all done. Would probably no time at all for you. Took me forever. My wrist hurt. My wrist hurts from coloring. So let's go ahead and add this back into our binder here. So I'm gonna just flip us back, and then I'm gonna just double check that we are in a good view for you, because I'm kind of zoomed in, so I wanna make sure the book is in frame. So there we go. All right, you guys, super exciting. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 more rows on that student loan. I can't wait for this to be done. It hasn't really bothered me that much in the past, but do you guys ever get to where you start working on a debt, or maybe you had planned to work on another and then you just like change your mind because there's just one debt that drives you crazy? I haven't felt like that in a while, but this one, I'm to that point now where I'm just kind of annoyed by it at all things. Like, I go to log in, I have to close all these stupid notifications about the payoff crap from the government, this and that, and the save plan and all this being on hold or whatever. So I have to like close all that out, and then I log in and I have to like verify that I'm paying a loan for myself and not someone else. And then when I finally get logged in, then I have to close like even more of like those notifications. So I'm just to the point where like, I'm done logging into this and paying. So this is officially the debt we're working on, and it's officially at the point where I'm just thoroughly annoyed by it. So, all right, let me tuck this City 2 payoff back here with our other completed city card that we paid off earlier this year. And we are now then ready to take a look at just overall debts in general for the month. So that's kind of like the Transfer Tuesday piece that we normally do together. Now let's do the monthly view. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Took me a little longer. I had to go let the dogs in. Lots of distractions this evening. Okay, let's take a look. So we started off 2025 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 debts. We are officially down 2, you guys. Oh my goodness, I don't think I can ever recall since I started this journey being down to this few debts. It's crazy. All right, let's take a look. So I can't remember what Etsy shop I got this from, but it will be linked down below. But you guys, I was just kind of checking in with my budget a few weeks back and noticed it's totally missing December. It ends at November, and you could tell there's like a blank space for where December should be. So I did message the Etsy shop to see if they could send me a corrected one, but I haven't heard, so I don't know. But I guess I'll have to like draw it in, but how funny. All right, so let's take a look at city number 2. We paid in full the full $714.73 for the month of March, which brought us down to 0 for that balance. And then we had already paid off in February the city 2, so we were at 0 there. So there's no payments and it remains at 0. Our student loans, we ended February at $5,412.22. And for March, let's add up all those payments we just logged down. We put in 700 plus 40 plus 94 plus 375. So we paid $1,209 to the student loan for the month of March. And our new balance is going to be $4,220.43. So we could do the math really quick. So 541222 minus 422043 is a difference of, $1,191.79. And if we take our $1,209 in payments from that, we lost $17.21 to interest. So it's not bad, you guys, not bad at all. Okay, we have a Wells Fargo credit card that is at 0% interest until 2026, late 2026. We just made the minimum payment here of $80, you guys. And so our new balance is $7,339.00 on this one. Okay, then we have our Subaru, and we paid the minimum payment of $458.31. Our new balance is $20,667.38. Okay, and then for our Tacoma, we ended February at $46,611.16. We made the minimum payment here of $1,012.60, and we're now at $45,742.30. So we came down to the next $1,000 on both of the vehicle payments, which is really exciting. We came down to the next 100ths on the Wells Fargo, and we came down a whole $1,000 on the student loans. So that's where we're at, you guys. I'm trying to decide if I want to leave this blank or if I want to carry down the zeros. I'm thinking I just want to leave it blank think, because then I can really see, I don't know, we'll see if that is gonna weird me out. All right, let's then add these all up for our total debt numbers. So we have, make sure you guys can see, 4,220 and 43, 739, 220, 667, 38, 45, 742, and 30. Okay, we are at, oh my goodness, $77,969.11. Wow, I was not expecting that number. Okay, let's pull out this sheet. This sheet you can find in my Etsy shop. So it gives me like an annual overview. So I can see where I started 2025 at in total. I can see where I started all together for my debt. And then I'll be able to kind of track all of 2025 plus our progress since we've started. And then I can also see individually each month how much, progress we've made. So when we started March, we ended at 81,000, or we're starting March at $81,231.98. And we are ending March at $77,969.11. So we're going to take this number minus the bigger number that we started with, and that gives us a payoff of $3,262.87, you guys. So not our biggest month. February was our biggest month, but February was also like 3 paychecks based on how I set my months up. So really, as far as looking at a whole month per traditional pay of twice a month, this is definitely our biggest month so far. So that's really, really exciting. And we blew through 80, 79, and 78, and we're at 77,000, you guys. I mean, a few more dollars and we'll be at 70, 78, but a win is a win. I am super stoked about that. Really, really good progress. Okay, you guys know me. I've got a tracker for everything. I absolutely love tracking all the debt things. So let's take a look at, we have a goal this year to pay off a total of $14,799 on top of our minimum payments. And where that comes from is we have a goal to have City 2, City 1 gone, student loans gone, and Wells Fargo down to $2,000. So that's about $5,500 gone from this debt from where we started. So that is our annual goal of payoff. So the way that we figure that out is we only have 2 left now. So we're going to take these 2 numbers and add them together. And then I'm going to minus $2,000 because we have a goal just to get down to $2,000, not to have this paid off. We might be able to have a stretch goal of paid off entirely, but I think that's a big stretch for us, you guys. So we'll just have to play it by ear. But a realistic goal is to at least get this down to $2,000, which would be paying off, like I said, $5,500. So that means if we add these and then minus the $2,000 that we expect to have, we are down to $9,559.43 left. So we're going to now take this number minus our goal number. And that means we've paid off $5,239.57 of our $14,000, you guys. Oh my goodness. So we're going to do 52395. 5239. Okay, that's where we're at. 5239. Okay. And then I'm going to divide that by the 148 per square. So we can color in 35 of our squares. So let me see where that means we can color up to. Right here, you guys, we get to color up to here. Oh my goodness. So let's color in all these blocks. We've officially passed 25% and we're not far away from 50% of this amount paid off, you guys. I am so frigging excited. Let me go ahead and pull this out. All right, you guys, that is where we're at. I just love the visuals that you get from the different trackers. It is so motivating to me, but look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you like chunked this up into thirds, we're almost a third of the way done. That's just crazy to me. So really exciting debt payoff for March. I am really excited to see how well we can do on the student loan for April, because this is now the new debt snowball. And because we've paid off these debts and then some debts that we paid off in 2024, I think our overall like monthly debt snowball, well, let's see. I know I have one for 150, and then we have the city 2 for 100, the city 1 for 150. I also have, we paid off a Discover card, that's 200, and then our ovens at 125. So we have a debt snowball right now of 725 that has kind of stayed in the budget, plus the minimum payment, and then anything out, extra from like savings challenges and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping we can, you know, get some, you know, keep the momentum going actually. So let's see, 4220. Our goal is end of August, so that's April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months. So I need to make at least $844 a month, which should be completely doable just with our debt snowball and our minimum payment. That would be $725 minus 100. So we would just have to find $19 in the budget somewhere, which we definitely know that we can, right, you guys? So knock on wood, you know, things keep going in our favor. You know, August is a long way away, and things definitely do come up. So we just, you know, we're not looking for perfection, you guys. As long as we're consistent and keeping on track, then we should, you know, stay the course. But I'm just rambling at this point. I was really excited to do this one with you, and for good reason. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I hope you find these motivating and helpful, and give you the courage to track your debt if you're not already, or keep you motivated if you are. So thank you, friends, for all your support. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.